He is the person who's responsible for the statue project, and I'm going to let him start it off with a few words this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming out on a chilly morning. I am kind of responsible for it. There's a committee of folks, a commission. Nixie Roberts is here, also one of our commission members, and we have just asked how many we have out right now, and we have 73 for this downtown sculpture project, and we're doing 3 more installs next week, and probably another 9 yet this year. And so we're going full speed. We're doing it, and thank you so much. I want to be sure to thank Arlie for the donation. We recognize we have several other donors here. If you'll raise your hand and wave, and we want to say Mrs. Tyler has a sculpture in her honor. Tom and Dixie, Jim, Phyllis, and we're missing anybody. Anyway, it's all possible because of community, and that's what I think Liz was very much about community. It was supported so many things, and was a pillar in our community, and that's how people like her, I look up to them, and all the work that she did on lots and lots of projects. And a lot of you here are so involved with the community, and that makes this whole project great. And we can have so many beautiful things, and the good part about it is it's all privately funded. We've no tax dollars. It's all been our friends and neighbors giving back to us, and that's the amazing part about it. I want to also introduce John Baker, the artist for this piece here. Everybody. John also has Louisa across the street, so it's going to be a very strong female corner here. We have Princess Bluewater, Liz, Louisa, and across the street we'll have Ellen Church, and she was the very first starting, the very first stewardess ever. She was educated at the stewardess school here in Cheyenne, and so this is going to be a really a great corner to celebrate equality. And we have a lot of great sculptures of women that are very important to the state, but this will be an especially great corner. So anyway, thank you all for coming. It's a little chilly, so I think we'll be fast. But there's when it does warm up, come downtown and walk around and see all these wonderful sculptures. Keep your eyes out for a lot more. So Jim, thank you so much, and wow, what a great day.
Thank you, Harvey. Would you like to say something, John?
Oh, sure.
This is our sculptor. You did a great job.
Well, thank you. That means so much because it was very important to me doing this sculpture that the family liked the sculpture and felt like it fulfilled some aspects of her personality and her story. When I first started this project, I was looking at Liz from her career in the legislature and the wonderful things that she did in the legislature. And I talked to JW about it, and he indicated to me that how she saw herself was more as an educator, a teacher, a person that was there in support of young people and standing up for the things that she believed in. She was a woman of strong conviction. She liked to laugh. She liked to talk to people, and that's how I wanted to portray her, as somebody who was forthcoming, would meet people. So that's kind of how I have her posed, as if she is turning to greet a friend. So I hope that you enjoy her, and thank you all for coming today.
Okay, well, I guess I'm up since the rest of the family have declined. And I'm going to keep it short because, once I get going, I can go. That is what I inherited from my mother. We can't talk about my mother without talking about the people who came before her. And my grandmother, great-grandfather, and all of them who came to Wyoming and homesteaded here and started the legacy in Wyoming. And Mrs. Tyler, you're part of that legacy. I'm glad you have your own statue over there. a few blocks. If you haven't seen that, it's right over in Civic Center Park. Please go over and see that. But my mother was your quintessential perfectionist. She was very low-key until you got at odds with her. And then she dug in, especially when she was convinced that she was right. And I haven't found a time when she wasn't right. So you didn't go up against her unless you wanted to walk away with some bruises and some education. She had a gentle hand being an educator. That was her number one passion, was educating people, because she feels that a good education is the currency that gets you to the next level in life. And so those words are so important today, that we need to support education, her legacy. And when she went to the legislature, that was one of her mandates, one of the things she stood for up there, is making sure that everybody had an equal shot at a good, strong education, which we do in Wyoming. And so I could go on and tell you stories and anecdotes, but one of my favorite is the day that we were in session, and she had one of her favorite projects was the swearing in of the new citizens. And part of that, she would give them a hard copy of the state constitution. And I remember in a budgetary moment, we decided that, well, I didn't decide, I knew better, but my colleagues just thought it would be a good idea to drop printing the Constitution, the Wyoming Constitution. And my mother caught wind of that, and she literally stormed the Capitol like they stormed Normandy. I heard that she was coming in the building from the security people, and when I got to the steps to come up to the chamber, she had the book in one hand and she was talking. And all of you that know my mother, you know, the security people and everything, they're not going to stop her. Fortunately, she has the title of senator, so she has access to the building and the floor. And I believe we had just started gabbled in, which there's a rule that only the current members can be on the floor. She did not care, because this was that important to her. And I remember one other legislator had a quip, and I said, you can take on Liz, and we'll just pick up the pieces. So anyway, long story short, we put that back in the budget, and it stayed there. We printed that Constitution, the state Constitution. So next time you see one of those, this lady right here was responsible for that. She had a whole bunch of other legislation that she was not very well known for. The child car seat law was hers. She also did the buffalo bison on the flag. There's a story there that the Speaker of the House did not want that bill, and she was in the governor's office with him, and that was Herschler at the time. Anybody remember Herschler knows that he was a person of few words, but he said to the Speaker of the House, look at the state flag. He said, do you see an antelope on that state flag? And the Speaker said no, and he said, now, get out of my office. Thank you. So, she was a powerful lady in her own way, and she had lots of accolades that I could go on and on, but I'm just glad that you all came out today to help us celebrate this moment. It is a proud day for the family, my sister, my brother, and I, and the rest of the extended family, his wife and cousins and my close friends over there, and the rest of you, because we're all community. So thank you for showing up, and I guess that's all I got to say. Anything else, Harvey?
That's it. Thank you for coming. I want to get a core picture.
Okay.
Your brother, your sister, and Arlene again. John.
Hey, Harvey? Harvey? Can you introduce who she is?
Arlene Okasawara.
Thank you. That way we got it on the video.
Yeah, we got it right.
Thank you for doing that, ma'am.
And then I convinced them that I needed to go back to.
Can I get another picture with you here? Yeah, they can gather up. Yeah.
How do you want this?
Great.
Looking good, Doc.
Thank you so much. Thank you again, Arlene.
Arlene?